Can music bring people together? My name is Jonna Vuoskoski, and today I'm going to do an experiment to investigate just that. Well, we know that music affects people emotionally very strongly, so music can move us to tears, it can make us laugh. But what we don't really know much about is how it affects our relationships with other people. So we know that there is a social dimension to music. You know, it's performed by other people. Often we listen to music with others. We go to concerts. You know, the live connection with the performer is a big thing. Recently, I think we've started to understand that this social dimension is a lot deeper, or it goes a lot further than what we previously thought. So I came up with this idea of doing an experiment where we would investigate how listening a piece of music from a different culture actually affects your relationship with people from that culture. Okay. So you can just have a seat in that chair. And now at the beginning of the experiment, you're just going to hear some music. So you're going to put the headphones on, and you're going to hear a piece of Indian pop music. And your task is just to relax, just let yourself be immersed in the music. And after the piece has finished, then I'll come back and give you some more instructions.
Okay.
Do you have any questions?
No.
He's gonna first listen to a piece of music from India. So it's a popular music piece performed by an Indian artist called Nandini Srikar. And he's gonna just listen to the music, relax, and after the music ends, he's gonna do a test, it's a test called an implicit association test, which is based on reaction times. So he's going to see pictures of Indian and West African people, as well as positive and negative adjectives, which he has to sort into the correct categories as quickly as possible. And based on the pattern of reaction times that we see, we can tell whether he has a stronger unconscious preference towards Indian or West African people relative to each other. So of course, there are other participants who are then listening to West African music rather than Indian music. And what's interesting is that we are then comparing these two groups of people who've heard Indian music and people who heard West African music, and whether their reaction time patterns differ. If we see this sort of unconscious preference towards the culture, which music they just heard. Well, I'm hoping, of course, to find this kind of an effect that people who listened to Indian music would show an unconscious preference towards Indian people, and people who heard West African music would have an unconscious preference for West African people. If listening to music from another culture can make you feel more positive towards people from that culture, maybe we can somehow use that to make people more open, or feel more positive about people from other cultures. But I wouldn't be too naive about it. So I think music can only do so much. You probably need to have some sort of openness to begin with for music to have such an effect. So music is no magic bullet that can suddenly cure racism and, you know, prejudice and all these things. But at least it would be an argument for including more music from different cultures in music education, for example, so that children would, for example, have more engagement with various types of music.